Okay, let's see. 4, remembering the benefits of taking refuge. Do so 3 times in the morning and 3 times in the evening by reciting and reflecting upon any of the refuge prayers. Okay? So this is a really nice practice. When you wake up in the morning, to take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, you can do the chanting one, I take refuge, or you could just say it, I take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha. And so, contemplate refuge in the morning and then set your motivation as you hopefully usually do, not to harm, to benefit, and to hold the bodhicitta motivation. Yeah, and to see all things as illusory, as like illusions. Okay, so if you start your day off, really thinking about the triple gem, it completely changes your mood. Yeah, and I think starting our day off with refuge and bodhicitta, it sets the pattern for starting our next life off with refuge and bodhicitta. Because one day we're going to wake up into our next life. And so if we have this habit of, generating refuge and taking refuge and generating bodhicitta, then it's a good way to start off the day and a good way to start off a life. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, to review how the day went. Were we kind? Were we, did we avoid harming others? And so on. And then, do some purification, set our intention for tomorrow, take refuge again, and then go to sleep. So refuge and bodhicitta make nice bookends for your day. And then also, if before you go to bed, if instead of, being on the computer, looking at this and that before you go to bed, you take refuge, you do a little purification, or even if you read a little Dharma book, then it influences what's going on in your mind while you're sleeping, which is quite important considering that we spend so many hours sleeping. Yeah, and so, have you ever thought of it? You spend like a third of our life sleeping. So this year, it's like we spent 4 months solid, at least, sleeping, doing nothing else. Yeah, that's for somebody who sleeps 8 hours a day. If you sleep more, then you think of that 4 months solid as if you're totally unconscious. It's amazing when we think like that, yeah? And so that's why it's important before you go to sleep to generate a good motivation, and so that when you go to sleep, your mind's in good shape, and you think of why you're sleeping. I'm going to sleep to rest my body so I can wake up and practice Dharma, not I'm exhausted, and before you go to sleep, I always marvel when I lie down in bed. It's like I can go to sleep without fear, and with a full belly. And I think of how many people on this planet, are terrified when they lie down because they're in war zones or they're hungry or whatever. So I think about this and kind of do a loving kindness meditation before I go to bed. But in any case, taking refuge in the morning and evening. And similarly, when you first wake up in the morning, when you get out of bed, making 3 prostrations. Right before you go to sleep, making 3 prostrations, so that your whole day is, imbued with the Dharma. It's very good for your mind like that.